Hello everyone, welcome back. So after many days, so we have come out from our home because of this pandemic situation. We were locked inside our house for 3 weeks. So we are back again in the track, right? I hope you're all doing fit and fine. So let's continue our classes. So we are discussing genetics part, right? So last class I have completed pleiotropy. Today we will discuss next topic, new topic, mutation. So continuing our classes, mutation. Oh, we have completed polygenic inheritance, not pleiotropy. Remember, skin color we have discussed, right? So today we will discuss mutation. All right. So what is mutation? Mutation means sudden changes in gene. If there is any changes takes place inside a gene, not inside, in a gene, then we call that as a mutation. And mutation can take place, can occur due to some factors, external factors like for UV rays, X-rays, gamma rays, or it can be due to chemical substances. We will discuss all those. So that is all about mutation. We need to see the classification of mutation. We need to see some important part of mutation. We need to see the factors that cause mutation. Alright, so first of all, what is mutation? Mutation means sudden changes in gene. Sudden changes in a genetic makeup. So sudden changes in genetic makeup, we call it as a mutation. I hope you remember gene. Okay, gene, what is gene? Functional unit of inheritance. See, gene is a part of DNA. Gene and DNA don't get confused. Gene is a part of DNA which are transcribed to form protein. We will see all those, how protein is formed, structure of DNA in next chapter. So here we are discussing mutation. Okay, please be honest to yourself. I want you to take your copy and note it down, everything. Okay, so there's no other way. So situation is not getting normal. So due to this situation, we have to go through like this. So be sincere to yourself, be honest to yourself. If you want really something, if you want to achieve really something, please be honest to yourself. Write it down in your note copy and make sure you have separate copy for botany and zoology. So mutation, yeah, continue. So sudden changes in genetic makeup, that is mutation. Now the agent, the factors, oh, before that, the scientists who first explained mutation, can anyone tell me? Mutation was first explained by a scientist known as Hugo de Vries. Are you familiar with this name, Hugo de Vries? If yes, say yes. Okay, Hugo de Vries, scientist who first explained mutation. Where? In a plant known as evening primrose, evening primrose or primrose, whatever. Okay, he explained for the first time mutation in a plant called evening primrose. The scientific name of evening primrose is known as Oenothera lamarckiana. Oenothera lamarckiana. Okay, the scientific name of evening primrose. So the scientist Hugo de Vries first explained mutation in a plant, evening primrose, Oenothera lamarckiana. If you can remember scientific name, it is very, very good. If you can't remember, still very, very good. Okay, sudden changes in genetic makeup is mutation. So the factors that cause mutation, there are certain agents that cause mutation. Okay, we will see what are the agents, what are the factors. We will use the word agent, okay, not use the word factors. So let me use the word agents. So the agent that cause mutation, we call it as a mutagen. There are certain agents which caused mutation is called mutagen. Remember, the factors, the agents which cause mutation are called as mutagen. Mutagen. Remember, what is mutagen? Mutagen are the certain factors that cause mutation. Mutagen, what are the factors? The factors can be classified, the agent can be classified into chemical. That means there are certain chemicals that result into mutation. Mutation means changes in genetic makeup. If the genes changes in our DNA, it results into some genetic disorder. It will result into some diseases. Okay, we will see those diseases. If gene changes, okay, it results in mutation. Mutant. Okay, you might have heard mutant. You might have seen X-Men movie, right? Mutant. It's a chemical, physical. So one is chemical and another one is physical, or we can also call it as a radiation. So radiation can also result into mutation. What are the radiation? Again, radiation can be classified into ionizing and non-ionizing. Ionizing and non-ionizing. So in second year, all the chapters are very interesting and conceptual based. If you're thinking that you will memorize it and you will write it, it is not going to help you. Please clear your concept. Okay, everything is conceptual, everything, all are maths here. Just maintain your discipline, maintain your sincerity, be honest to yourself, and follow our instruction. I have seen some of you in your first terminal exam, some of you have written, I don't know what that answer, I don't even see that answer. From where you have written, I have no any idea. We will discuss that. After completing this chapter, we will discuss for one day, one video classes will be on that first terminal question paper, discussion on first terminal question paper. So for now, here, come back here. So physical and radiation, it is divided into ionizing and non-ionizing. We need to remember the example. What are the ionizing agents that cause mutation? Example, X-ray, beta ray, let me put S, X-ray, beta ray, alpha rays, gamma rays. So these are the rays, ionizing rays, which result into mutation. So non-ionizing radiations, we take the example of UV rays. UV rays. So if these rays fall into our body, it can result into mutation. Mutation means changes in gene. The changes of genetic makeup takes place. As a result, it results into some genetic disorder. It results into some kind of diseases. Okay, some very dangerous diseases. We will see what are those genetic disorders. So in case of chemical, we take the example of first base analog. We classify the chemical mutagen first into base analog. Under base analog, we take two examples: 5-bromo-uracil and 5-iodo-uracil. So under base analog, we take two examples: 5-bromo-uracil and 5-iodo-uracil. Remember, practice. Whenever you study, when you study along with them, then you write at least thrice. Okay, at least 3 times. You keep on writing again and again. You will remember. That is base analog. We can take one more example under chemical mutagen: alkylating agent. So let me take one more example: acridine dyes. So these are all about mutation. So what is mutation? Sudden changes takes place in a genetic makeup. It's known as mutation. Who explained mutation? Hugo de Vries. You might have familiar with this word. In which plant? Evening primrose, Oinothera lamarckiana. Which factor that cause mutation? Chemical and physical. And the factor that cause mutation are known as mutagen. Classified into chemical and physical or radiation. Radiation are of two types, ionizing and non-ionizing. Ionizing are all those, non-ionizing are UV rays. Chemical are all those. I need you to write it down all in your copy. Okay? In your first exam, some of you have written, I don't know what kind of that answer, I don't understand from where you have written. That means you are not following my instruction. Okay, have faith on us. We will give everything that you need for your exam. Just keep studying at home. You just need to stay at home. We will provide everything that you need. Just follow our instruction. So that is all about mutation. Next, we will classify mutation. So mutation can be classified into, next is classification. You continue your notes below. So classification of mutation. It can be classified into chromosomal mutation and point or gene mutation. Point or gene mutation. Chromosomal mutation and point or gene mutation. Point or gene mutation are classified into three types. Point mutation itself, then inversion, then frame shift mutation. Frame shift mutation. Chromosomal mutation are again classified into, it can classify on the basis of their morphological characters and on the basis of their number. That means numeric. Chromosomal mutation, point or gene mutation. Chromosomal mutation can be classified on the basis of their morphological characters. Morphological means external characters, and numeric characters. Numeric means on the basis of their number of chromosome. So first we will discuss this morphological, then we'll come to numeric, then we'll come to this. Okay? So first you make a chart like this, so that you don't forget. It becomes easy for you to remember. So first of all, we will discuss these morphological characters. But some of you have done very good. I'm very impressed with some of you. You have done very good. Your notes are very good. Whatever I have explained, you have written better than that. See, for 5 marks, you need to draw diagram. Okay, remember. And we will discuss that in one video. So okay, morphological. So first, morphological classification of mutation. Number 1, the first classification of morphological mutation, we take deletion. So delete. What happened here? Some part of the gene in a chromosome gets deleted, which results into mutation. Okay? To remember this, let me show you a diagram. Suppose we have a chromosome here. This is our chromosome. Inside our chromosome, there is a gene. For example, this diagram is just to understand, okay, to make us understand, to make you understand, okay. So I am writing a gene in the form of small a, b, c, d, e, f, g, h. So in a chromosome there is a gene a, b, c, d, e, f, g, h. So in case of deletion, what happened? Some segment of genes in a chromosome gets deleted. Suppose, for example, this part. Let me use different ink. This part here in my diagram, F, G and H gets deleted. what happens when this gene FGS gets deleted? So ABCD will remain as it is because there is no any deletion. So E will remain, but FGH, it got deleted. So what happened? There will be only E. So result into abnormal chromosome in a gene, in a cell. So it is result into abnormal chromosome, which will result into some kind of disease. What kind of disease? I'll give you one disease name: Cry-du-Chat syndrome. This can result into Cry-du-Chat syndrome. I don't know if you have seen or not. Some people, when they cry, it sounds like a cat. Okay? When they cry, it doesn't sound like a normal person's crying. It sounds like a cat. So that's why it is known as Cry-du-Chat syndrome. So what happened in that case? In deletion, some segment of the genes gets deleted, resulting into mutation. So when you write, you need to write a sentence. Okay, I'm not giving you everything. I'm explaining. So you write by yourself if you understand. I'm not writing everything. So diagram you can draw for you to understand. Okay. You can draw. In exam, you can also show this diagram. Yeah, you can show this diagram in exam. So what happened in deletion? One segment of the gene in a chromosome gets deleted, results into a mutation. Example, Cry-du-Chat syndrome. That's it. You can show the diagram on the right side of your copy. When you write your notes should be with respect to the diagram. Notes the left side, diagram on the right side. If you do like that, you will get sure full marks. Next, duplication. So the name tells its meaning. See, so simple, very, very simple. Even the LP school student can also understand all these things. Yeah. So duplication, what happened in case of duplication? For our concern, let me draw again a diagram. A, B, C, D. These are the genes. A, B, C, D. E, F, G, H. Here we have a gene. So what happened in case of duplication? One segment of the gene gets duplicated. एक duplicate form में बदल जाता है, ठीक है? Suppose this part, इसका duplicate हो जाता है, E, F, G. Okay? Suppose this segment, that is E, F, G, gets duplicated, resulting into an abnormal chromosome again. Now what will happen? These genes will remain as it is because there is no any duplication takes place. So this part will become bigger in size. The chromosome will become bigger in size. So EFG, it gets duplicated. So EFG, it gets duplicated. एक duplicate form में बदल देगा EFG. Okay, my Hindi is not good. Okay, let me explain in English. So EFG. So EFG part, it gets duplicated. It duplicates EFG, and this original EFG. Then H will be there. So it results into abnormal chromosome, which result into ultimately mutation. Okay. So what happened in duplication? You need to write sentence. Write by yourself. Diagram right side. Writing part left side. Okay. So what happened in case of duplication? Some segment of genes gets duplicated, resulting into a mutation. Example, where we can find this duplication, we find in case of eye color in Drosophila, Phila, okay, Drosophila, eye color in Drosophila. In case of eye color in Drosophila, we find duplication. Okay, so deletion, duplication, and next we have inversion, INVERSION, inversion. What happened in case of inversion? In case of inversion, some segment of gene get flipped by 180 degree. In case of inversion, I'm not writing sentence. You write by yourself. I'll show you diagram. You are smart enough now. Okay, I'm explaining everything that you need. Write by yourself. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Try to understand here. Pay attention. In case of inversion, what happened? Some segment of gene get flipped by 180 degree. Suppose this H part, it gets flipped with F, and F goes in the place of H. So they flip. Okay, H will come here, F will go there. So they get flipped by the rotation of 180 degree. What happened in inversion? In inversion, some segment of gene gets flipped by rotation of 180 degree. So what happened now? क्या होगा? A, B, C, D will be there, but E will be there. E is okay, which got flipped with gene F and H. So H will come in place of F. G are there. H got flipped by F. Okay? So which will result into abnormal chromosome again, which will result into some kind of disorder. Example, write by yourself. Homework. So this is about inversion. Inversion, what happened? In case of inversion, some segment of gene gets flipped by 180 degree. That's it. So simple. There's one more. So deletion, duplication, inversion. There's one more, translocation. Number 4. Translocation. What happened in case of translocation? In case of translocation, the gene segment, the exchange of gene takes place. There is exchange of genes between homologous chromosome of non-sister chromatin. Now what is that? Let me write a sentence. In case of translocation, exchange of, I'm writing this part only, exchange of gene takes place between homologous chromosome of non-sister chromatids. So here what happened? Two chromosomes involved in case of translocation. Two chromosomes are involved, and the exchange takes place between one chromosome and another chromosome. That's why it says between the homologous chromosome. Homologous means the same chromosome of non-sister chromatid. Okay. So this is our chromosome. So this is another chromosome. So here what happened? The exchange of genes takes place between one chromosome and another chromosome. See, our chromosomes are in a pair system. Our chromosomes are in a pair. We have 23 pair of chromosome. Okay. While in other case, duplication, deletion only takes place in one chromosome only. Okay, not in two. It does not involve two chromosomes. It involves only one chromosome. But only in case of translocation, it involves two chromosomes. And our chromosomes are in pair, 23 pair, total 46 chromosomes we have, right? So only in translocation, two chromosomes are involved, while in other cases, only one chromosome gets involved. So I have shown only one chromosome. Okay, don't think that we have only one chromosome because I have shown only one diagram. I am not showing two diagram. Why? Because it is not required. Because in that cases, that anything only happen in one chromosome only, not include two chromosomes. So don't think that there is only one chromosome. Chromosomes are always in pair. So suppose we have A, B, C, D gene, then E, F, G, H, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are the genes for our concern. We are writing like this way. Okay. So what happens? Suppose E, F, G, H. It exchange. It gets transferred into. It transfer into another chromosome of its pair. What happened in that case? Now what will happen? So A, B, C, D will remain, E will remain, but F, G, S, it transfer into another chromosome of its pair. So यहाँ पे क्या आ जाएगा? EFGH will come here. So EFGH will come, then 5, 6, 7 will be there. Now FGS can come in butene also, or towards the last part of it also, or towards the front of 5, 6, 7, 8 also. Okay, it can come in any place. So FGS, it will result into abnormal chromosome again, which result into a translocation. Okay. Now it can happen in this way, or it can happen in one more way also. A slightly modification of translocation is known as reciprocal translocation. Okay, it can take place that way also, and there is another form of translocation. We call it as a reciprocal translocation. A slightly modification of translocation, you write it down, okay? A slightly modification of translocation is called as reciprocal translocation. So it can be reciprocal translocation also. So one, it can be that way, and another can be reciprocal translocation. There's another form of translocation. So in that case, what happened? The only one part of the segment, gene segment, it transfer into other chromosome. So but in reciprocal translocation, what happened? Let me first draw ABCD, E, F, G, H. Still we need to run ABCD. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have this gene inside a chromosome. So in that reciprocal, what happened? Two segments, they get exchanged. They can exchange with each other. Suppose 5, 6, 7, 8, it transferred into that chromosome, and EFGS transferred to that chromosome. Now it can happen that way also. We call that translocation as reciprocal translocation. Now what happened next? A, B, C, D will be there. So EFG will not be there here. EFG got transferred to another chromosome. So 6, 7, 8 will come to that place. So 6, 7, 8. These are the genes for our concern we are writing, okay? Then H are there. Let me write with different ink. 6, 7, 8 will be there. The H will be there. Okay, the next, what happened? 1, 2, 3, 4 will be there. 5 will be there. EFG will come here now. EFG. Now this type of translocation, we call it as a reciprocal translocation. Now just remember, in other mutation, morphological mutation, that means in deletion, duplication, inversions, only one chromosome gets involved, and I have shown only one chromosome only, okay, because only one chromosome involved there. But in case of translocation, it involves two chromosomes, and it can be that way, simple translocation, and it can be that way also, reciprocal translocation. So you can write by yourself, okay? Exchange of gene takes place between homologous chromosome of non-sister chromative, and the slight modification of translocation is known as reciprocal translocation. Example, where we find CML, chronic myelogenous leukemia. Write it by yourself. Chronic myelogenous leukemia. Okay, spelling C yourself. So these are the types of mutation. So next class we will see numeric mutation in the next video.